So a lot of people have asked me about, what do I think about the midterms coming up? Will the Democrats be able to actually, secure the House or the Senate or both? And I'm going to be reading you guys a story here about some generic ballot results. Now, the generic ballot results, from my understanding, is the best indicator for what's going to happen in the election, because most people really vote down the ballot by party. But here's what The Hill says. They say Democrats enjoy a 10-point lead over Republicans on the generic House ballot, according to a new Washington Post school poll released Friday. Of the registered voters surveyed, 47% said they preferred to vote for a Democrat in the November midterm election, while 37% said they would cast a vote for a Republican. The Washington Post notes that the margin does not grow statistically in battleground districts, with the lead for Democrats at 12 percentage points in those districts. Says the survey also indicates that Democrats are more energized to vote in the upcoming midterms than Republicans. Among Democrats and Democratic-leaning independent voters in battleground districts, 59% of voters said they think the midterms are extremely important. Meanwhile, 46% of Republicans and Republican-leaning independents said the same. The poll comes 4 months ahead of an immensely important general election for Democrats as they try to seize on opposition of President Trump to retake the House. The party needs to pick up at least 24 House seats to gain a majority in the lower chamber. So what we're looking at, and I was actually looking at some of the data and the projections that is being. I think I was looking at the New York Times ones for the Senate and the House. Unfortunately, I think we're pretty fucked when it comes to the Senate, because it's insanely lopsided, because the Democrats have to protect, I think it's 26 Senate seats, which is a huge amount of Senate seats. 26? That's crazy. And then the Republicans only have to defend 9, to defend 9 of them. So obviously, we have to defend. We're more on the defense than we are on the offense in this case. We were supposed to get the Senate in the past, in the 2016 midterm elections, but that didn't pan out. But there's always the underlying problem of Republicans having better voter turnout than Democrats. But the Senate, in from what I've looked at, just basic math, I think we'd have to pick up 2 seats to be able to have a lead in the Senate, meaning we're gonna have to get 28 of those possible seats. Of the 35 seats, we're gonna have to pick up we're gonna have to pick up that many, which is very hard. 28 out of 35 is a really, really hard bargain when you have to protect 26 seats in the Democratic Party for the Senate. So I'm pretty sure the Senate is pretty much fucked. It's pretty much done for. The Senate, I mean, we could just kiss it goodbye, which sucks ass, because that'd be the way we could block the Supreme Court nominee if we were able to just get a majority and then just filibuster the shit out of it. Fuck them. But anyways, also the House. The House I have better feelings about, and I do think that the Democrats will be able to take the House. Now again, there's always the underlying problem of less voter turnout for Democrats and more for Republicans. However, I do believe that will get trumped, ironically, play on words, I guess, pun. But but the point here being, seriously, is that I do think that the Democrats will be able to win back the House. The Senate, on the other hand, I think is pretty much fucked, and I think the Senate is just done for. But this data that we have is, generally speaking, the generic ballot. It's the best indicator of who's going to be able to win the House over and the midterm elections in general. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this down below. I would like to hear what you guys think.